Hello, welcome to Traveling with Diamonds. My name is Barry. This is a WIP Chat. WIP is work. Um, it's the thing I'm working on. I'm going to do. I used the WIP wheel, work in progress, and it said do one with space, which is really rare because I don't weight that one. I do a weighted wheel, weighted whip wheel. We'll do this one on top. I do a weighted whip wheel, and space is weighted at the very smallest amount that it could be. Let's see what we got here. Let me get this kind of in frame maybe. It's a little hard to see, but yeah, I think we're gonna get that. We'll get that in frame there. Let's see, do we got it? Yeah. Let me scoot up. Sorry for the chair noises. I want to get close to it. Let me see if I can get the light a little bit better. There we go. I think that's lit better for me. Hopefully it's lit better for you. Let's see, we got a pin here with some wax in it. This pin, I don't know where this pin came from, but this is space. This is a paint gem set. I only have 3 left, so this will be the 8th one. I have this pin that I don't know where it came from. I'm sorry. Most of my pins have either come from enablers, or why do I get on here and forget everything? Enablers Outpost or Butterfly Effect Wears. So it might be one from one of those places. It may be from somewhere else. It's old. There's what looks to be a 6 or an 8 placer. Maybe a 6 or an 8 placer from Diamond Art Club in the end of it. I use pink wax, which I'm getting everywhere. Let's see. I have had kind of a busy day. I just ran. So I had these broken electronic cat litter boxes, automatic cat litter boxes. And I had the electronic parts on my patio. I had 3 of them. And so I had some time this afternoon and I really wanted them out of my patio. So I took them to Hazardous Waste where they do electronics recycling. And this is in Huntsville, which I'll let you guys know now, we have a very poor recycling infrastructure. So I load them up in my car, which had just been cleaned, by the way. So that was not good timing. And I take them to Hazardous Waste. Well, I tell them what they are, and they said, no, that goes to the landfill. Well, I go over to the landfill, and it's just the big trucks going to the landfill. I didn't want to take my Tesla into the, at that load-off area. So I just took them back and put them in the dumpster at the apartment. I was like, they're electronic, and when I talked to the maker of the box, they said do electronics recycling with them, and some electronics recycling might have taken. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick these up. Is my wax just not good? Might have to find some more wax. Why are we not picking anything up? There we go. So yeah, so I brought them back to the apartment and put them in the dumpsters because that will get them to the landfill. So I tried to recycle them. I know that they have electronics in them. They have some sort of smartness and motors and stuff, but that is not what our hazardous waste takes. They do take computers and monitors and stuff. I do need to load up I need to load up some monitors and stuff that are broken at work and take them over there, and I know they'll take those. So anyway, that was just what I got back from doing. It is Friday afternoon. I worked today and was just trying to get some errands done because I have a busy few weeks ahead, so I'll get into all that. But hello, welcome. Sorry I told you my story before I said hello and welcome. And I have 24 subscribers, so welcome to my subscribers. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Trying to grow the channel and see where we can take it. How are you? How has your week been? I won't lie, I'm stressed. I have just a big, maybe diamond painting's going to help a little bit. I have a big couple weeks ahead of me. And, oh gosh, I didn't set those down with any kind of levelness. Yeah, but let's talk about, we talked about space. So after this, I'll have 2 left. It doesn't come up on the WIP wheel very often, but it's something I take when traveling. I'm traveling in 2 weeks, which goes to part of my stress. So this is a great one because it packs up in this little suitcase very well, and it's easy to take on an airplane and in a suitcase. So we will take this one or the animal set when we go to Jacksonville, Florida in 2 weeks, or week after next. Let's see. I can tell you the status of the other WIP. So Baddie Party's getting really close. I have 6 squares left on it. It's weighted the heaviest on my weighted wheel, my weighted WIP wheel, because I want to finish it. And usually as I get closer to the end of a project, I weight them even heavier because I want it to come up so I can finish it. Schoolwork and friends, I have 11 squares left, so I'm getting closer on that. I think all this is progress from last week. The summer mystery, I didn't make progress since last week. It hasn't come up on the WIP wheel. I haven't had a ton of time to diamond paint. I have 35 squares left on that one. So still a lot left on the summer mystery. When I get these fall kits done, I probably will weight the summer mystery really heavy because I want to get it done. So animals, I have 9 left of those. Out of the 10, I've done 1. And then I kitted up Grogu, what is it called? Grogu's Hover Pram from Amazon, which finally came. Instead of a Tiana kit, I got the kit I was supposed to get this week. So that was good. And I was successful in not buying any kits this week, and I don't plan to buy any Halloween kits this weekend from Diamond Art Club. Or the cute new mini made that came out from Cute But Weird. I don't plan to buy any kits, so I'm doing better on my no. What is squeaking? Don't squeak. I'm doing better on my no buy October than I was last week. So that's good. So let me just go ahead and tell you about what is the stress of everything in my life, and we'll go ahead and get through that, and then I'll back up and go through what happened last week. So basically, I have this weekend, And then next week, so I'm in a choir, and we're singing, I'm in the Huntsville Community Choir, and we sing with the Huntsville Orchestra. And we're singing Pollock's Gloria. I think I said that right. Pollock's Gloria on next Friday night as part of the symphony concert. So I have choir practice Monday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and concert Friday. My dad is coming into town Friday for the concert because he loves to see this. He loves classical music. He loves to see us sing with the symphony. So he is coming into town Friday night. So he's staying Friday night and he'll leave Saturday. Then Sunday, I'm going to Chattanooga with a friend. Then Monday, I get on the Monday, week from this Monday, on the 20th, I get on a plane and go to Jacksonville for the week for work. So then you add to that the fact that I have surgery in 3.5 weeks. So I'm getting ready for that. I don't have a lot of time in the next 2 weeks to get ready for that, but so I have some time this weekend, so I'm trying to do things this weekend. I'm trying to clean up better my guest room, which is also my craft room, which is also my office. I live in a 2-bedroom apartment. So I'm trying to clean this up for my dad coming, because I want him to be able to come to a reasonably clean apartment. And I'm trying to do laundry because I'm just really behind on laundry. And And, like my sister and my dad are going to come. They're going to tag team and come stay with me for like a week and a half after the surgery. And then work's getting crazy because all these things were awarded. And so we're trying to get things kicked off. And I can't travel after November 4th. So we need people to travel for me, and I can't do virtual until the 19th of November. So we're trying to get all that figured out at work. So work's crazy, but I don't think I'll have to work overtime. I just think I'm going to be busy at work the next few weeks. Let's see. So that's just a lot. I just have a lot on my plate. I have a lot I need to do. I need to organize my apartment in a way that makes it simpler for me after surgery. I need to, I'm getting in, so Monday of last week, sorry, I'm going to jump around a little bit, I think, on this WIP Chat, and I apologize. Last week on Monday, I had my first pre-op where I paid and got a list of supplies. So I bought a lot of the supplies off of Amazon on Amazon Prime Day. So that stuff's been coming in. And again, I live in a fairly small space, so I'm trying to find space for it to house it until 3.5 weeks when I need it. And, I think I'm going to do a whole separate video or two on my surgery. They may not be super long WIP Chats, but they will just, and maybe they'll air, maybe they'll come live while I'm not making videos during the, at least the pre-op one, when I'm not making videos after surgery. But for anybody who's interested, I will go into more details about my surgery and all the stuff I'm getting ready for it and all the stuff I bought and, all the restrictions and all that stuff. So maybe we'll go into put together a short little video about that, and then maybe we'll do one after too. to talk about post-op. So just some video ideas I have. But last week, I didn't watch a ton of college football. Georgia Tech had a bye week. Alabama beat Vanderbilt. I did a lot of diamond painting last weekend. Should have done more like laundry and cleaning up, but I hadn't the stress had not hit me yet of everything that was coming up. So, on Sunday I went and saw Back to the Future, the musical. I was happy that it wasn't like, you know, like it probably would have been easy to do Back to the Future as a jukebox musical. But there was obviously, you know, I didn't know much about it when I was on Broadway. But it was, you know, new music. And it was cute. It was the story. It was cute. It, you know, it was what they needed to do to put it on Broadway, you know, and tour with it and stuff. But I thought it was really good. I think the touring companies are getting a lot more, that are getting even better, you know, and their production quality is getting even better. And I just popped a ton of drills. Sometimes it's hard to work on these tiny kids, these tiny canvases. And these are all square drills, and my table is squeaking something awful today. I wonder if I can. Yeah, it's just squeaking. What was I saying? Oh, Back to the Future. It was super cute. The music was good. You know, some of it was good, but I don't remember any of it. So it wasn't very memorable music. I haven't looked up a cast album or anything like that since. But it was good while it was being, you know, done. I'm excited about this season of the Broadway Theater League. So this was the first one of the season. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. And, that's what I did last Sunday. I have Sunday matinee tickets. So the next one's not until, December. So I won't have to deal with trying to go while I'm recovering. I mean, I'll still be recovering in December from surgery, but I'll be much more back to normal. Why? Because it'll be, I think it's around the 21st is when the next one is. And the next one's called Shucked. 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 Like corn. But I don't know anything about that musical either. But I'm hoping it's cute. And but by the 21st of December, I will be like past 6 weeks. So I'll be back in the office. I'll be getting ready for Christmas. I'll be able to start lifting things again. I won't have quite the same like lifting restrictions and stuff like that. So that's good. That when that next one comes around, I'll be further past my surgery. Oh, come on. I'm trying to pick up an A. Squeeze the A in. The space ones have a lot of 310 and 939, and that is what we're doing right now. Because obviously there is space, and this is the bigger Little Dipper, obviously. Oh, and my tray, I didn't tell any, this is just one of the small ones from Diamond Art Club. I didn't tell you what that was. But yeah, Back to the Future was really good. I enjoyed myself. I think I sat in the wrong seat, so I think the so the balcony, I have balcony seats, and I have balcony 3, lower balcony 3, row something, like row G or H, a seat like 13 or something like that. And I think I sat in lower balcony 2, and I needed to sit in lower balcony 3. And I wasn't sitting in anybody's seat. Nobody ever came and got mad at me. The balcony wasn't full. But I do think I sat in the wrong seat. So I was embarrassed by that. So next time I will sit in the right seat, because I have the same seat for my subscription. So next time I'll make sure that I sit in the right seat. And let's see, this week has been, it was kind of a stressful week because of something I'm not going to really talk about. I made a mistake and I had to correct it. And that stressed me out, and I lost sleep over it. And, sometimes you just make mistakes, things happen. Luckily, it was resolved really quickly, or relatively quickly, like the next day. And there don't seem to be any ramifications past my embarrassment. So that's good. But it was a pretty normal week. I was really, really sore from working out. I took the Monday night circuits class, and we did an ab set before we did our circuits, and it really, really got my abs. And then on Wednesday morning, we did legs and abs. And so my abs, and I did a deadlift, and I deadlifted 85 pounds and could have gone heavier. So I'm very proud of that. I think my trainer thinks that I'm going to get to where I can deadlift my body weight pretty soon. And that's cool. I mean, how cool is that? That you can deadlift your own body weight. I think that's really neat. But man, was I sore this week. I would sit and try to work, and my butt and my hamstrings were just so sore. They were sore to sit on. They would get stiff. I would have to get up and walk around. It was just uncomfortable. So I got really, I don't always get really, really sore from my workouts, and I got really sore this week. And then today was arms. So arms and back. So but I was able to bench press about 40 pounds, which, bench pressing is something I don't care for. I don't like pushing as much as I like pulling. But I'm getting better at it. And hopefully it will keep getting easier and better and keep being able to go heavier. But yeah, I'm really trying to build as much muscle as I can prior to the surgery because I'll be off for 2 months. And want my strength for being able to get around after surgery. And then hopefully when I'm able to start back, my muscle memory will take me back to where I was eventually. And I know we'll have to build up again. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get back to where we were and keep going forward. Wonder if I have any more. Do I have more 939? Let's see what we have. I have more 310. I have more 336. And I have more 939. Okay, because there didn't seem to be enough if there's 2 more canvases after this one. There didn't seem to be enough. 310, but I have some more left over in a baggie. These little bottles are really small, but they're nice. It's a lot like an art dot set from Paint Gem. Sold by Paint Gem though, so I don't know if it's just copying art dot or if they have a, relationship with them or what. They fit really tightly, and you got to get him in there pretty accurately or they're not going to stick. So where was I? Yeah, I was working out. What I try to do each week is get to, is through my Fitbit. I wear a Fitbit smartwatch. Google owns Fitbit now, but and I had to get a new Fitbit, but I think I talked about that last week or the week before. I wear a Fitbit smartwatch, which does a lot of the things that an Apple Watch does, but one of the things it does is it measures your active zone minutes. And per the American Heart Association, you should get 150 active zone minutes every week. So that's something I really strive for. And the active zone minutes are like, if you're in moderate heart rate zone, you get a minute for those. But if you're in like the, what is it called? I think it's like moderate. I think it's like fat burn, moderate, and vigorous, maybe. And if you're in the vigorous zone, you get twice, like two minutes for every 1 minute. And so that's how you get it to add up to 150. So I'm at 122 as of right now. And so I need 28 more. So I don't get very many from just walking unless it's very, very hot. So we have, so I may have to get my heart rate up a little bit more this weekend and try to get up to my 150 minutes. Oh. Come on, little drills. Come on, little drills. So tomorrow, aside from doing laundry and cleaning up and organizing, which is a big, big goal for this weekend, is laundry, cleaning up, and organizing. Georgia Tech, Alabama plays Missouri at 11. I'm in Central Time. Alabama plays Missouri at 11, and Georgia Tech plays Virginia Tech at 2:30. So I'll be watching those. I'll be watching those matches, those football matches, those football games. Georgia Tech is ranked 13th, which is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. So, hopefully they can continue to do well. And I don't really have any other plans this weekend, which is good because I really need to clean up and do laundry and iron and, you know, maybe dive and paint some if I get everything else done. Because I'm just not going to have a whole lot of time to do things like clean up and pack and for Jacksonville and So the weather's been nice. It's been actually kind of chilly in the mornings. Like this morning I wore a hoodie over my workout clothes at 5:30. It's been in the 50s in the morning, so it's been pretty chilly. And so that's nice. It makes you think fall's kind of coming. The owl outside my apartment has been so loud. I do not know if it is owl mating season or what, but he sings or hoots. He's a great horned owl. I've never seen him. I've only heard him. He sings from like sunset to the early morning. So I don't know if he's trying to attract a mate or what, or if there's more than one owl. I can't tell. I'm not that good at listening to hoots to tell if there is more than one owl. There may very well be more than one owl in those woods behind my apartment. But he definitely is loud. Or loud enough to hear, you know. But it's getting cooler in the mornings. And I think we're going to be in the highs. I think our highs next week are going to be, like this week they were in the 70s. But I think next week they're going to be in the low 80s. But I'll take the low 80s above the high 80s and low 90s any day. Yeah, we just need some more fall weather. But need some more fall weather. And the cats are doing pretty good. Wally eats all of his food. So I can't decide because I'm trying to get Wally to lose weight. And I can't decide if I should feed him more. Because he has this automatic feeder. And he eats every ounce of it. And I'm not sure what to do. I'm not sure if I should feed him more or just because he definitely meows because it's empty. He's beside me scratching the old scratching post, which I need to take to the dumpster as well. Oh, I think there was a G somewhere. H. They were all H's. Oops. H. Oops. H. Each. Yeah, but Wally is definitely eating all of his food and kind of whining about it. So I'm trying to decide, do I need to feed him more? Probably. He's on diet food. But I want him to have enough food, because if losing weight for cats is anything like people, like, starvation mode is not a good way to lose weight and makes your body want to keep on weight. So you have to make sure you eat enough to lose weight. So I imagine his body works similarly. So I probably need to look at how much he's eating and see if I can add another 1/12 of a cup or another 1/6 of a cup to it. See if maybe, in fact, he's in there eating right now, I think. See if maybe that will help him maybe eat more of his food. Now, Eva doesn't eat all of her food. So Eva doesn't eat all of her food. I wish she ate more because I'm trying to put weight on her. So she eats regular food plus kitten food. So I'm trying to get more weight on Eva. So I want her to eat all of her food. So I give her a lot of food. She always has food left. But I'm trying to balance it to where she has as much food as she could eat. But then it also isn't clogging the automatic feeder, because if she doesn't eat, if she leaves too much behind, then more food can't come out and it clogs the automatic feeder. And so it's a balance to make sure she's eating enough food to let's see if, can we get all of the, yes, okay, get all of the 939 into the little container. So yeah, so it's a balance with the cats, but otherwise they're doing good. They seem to be happy. Eva's staring out the window while he's doing something behind me. They like to be where I am. It'll be interesting to see how they treat me after surgery. I think cats are pretty smart. I think they'll be in their healing mode. There's some studies that say that cat purrs are at a certain vibration that promotes healing. So maybe they will help with the healing. But they are doing very well. Trying to run my finger and make sure any drills aren't like sticking straight up. They're hard to see when they're all dark. So I've been trying to pre-film some videos for the next few months in case I don't feel like filming. I can have videos go up. So I'm kind of scheduling things out until November. The video you'll see this week is the fall tag questions from Katie at Diamonds and Washi. She did a fall tag questions as part of Drills and Chills. So I have those tag questions, and that's what you'll see on Wednesday, I believe. Hopefully, if there's any other videos types of videos you want to see from me, let me know. I can always try to put together something. And I'm new to this filming thing still. I'm like a month in, 6 weeks in, something like that. So I'm learning new tricks and tips and stuff like that all the time are helpful. So just let me know if there's any videos you'd like to see. I'm trying to schedule so many things the next few weeks. My schedule's tight. Like next week is pretty tight. I do have a dentist appointment and a hair appointment and a pre-op appointment, and then all those rehearsals at night. It's gonna be hard to get everything in next week. Be hard to find time to film my WIP Chat, in fact. May have to do it Friday morning. But yeah, hopefully next week we're smooth sailing through all the things. Yeah, Diamond Art Club's doing a Halloween drop tomorrow, and I like cute Halloween kits, and some of them are cute, but they're not tempting me. And something that's come up a lot is the use of AI in artwork, and I don't know how I feel about it because it just seems weird to use AI in artwork. Diamond Art Club allows it. They try to put a disclaimer on all the ones that use AI in their artwork. And I forget what it says, but it says something to the effect of maybe they start it with AI and then they do touch-ups on it or whatever. The artists that Diamond Art Club uses. I can't visually tell when something's AI unless there's something really wrong with the picture and it's obvious. But I can't look at a painting and say, oh, that's AI. And I tried to, in the Discord, have somebody explain to me how they see it. And they're like, if it's too smooth. There's some people who paint very photorealistically these days. I don't understand what that would mean to look too smooth. And then obviously if things are wrong, things are melting into each other, fingers are wrong, or there's two locks on a box, or, and there's reasons why you'd have two locks on a box, that doesn't necessarily, say that that's AI. And I use AI at work. I use AI to, search documents for things or compare documents to other things or, beef up the way my narratives are written Or like I needed to write a summary of my job experience for a professional engineering license. I needed to write a summary that was like 700 words, and it counted for every year of my work experience and just stated actual projects and tasks I had on those projects. And we keep a database at work of, you know, your projects you've worked on. And I've worked at the same company for 15 years. So I have 15 years of, experience documented. And so I took the spreadsheet from work, and we have AI software. We have corporate AI software, so it doesn't put our stuff out on the cloud, on the network. Like, it goes out on the network, but it doesn't put our stuff out on the network, if that makes sense. Like, so I can upload stuff from work and not have to worry about it getting back out, you know? So I put the spreadsheet that had my experience and the tasks that I work on and the projects I worked on, and I worked through AI with a bunch of prompts. Hi, kitty. Do you want me to throw your toy? Where are we going to throw it? That worked. We threw it in the other room. So I used AI. It took a bunch of prompts and back and forths, but I used AI to write my 700 word summary of my work experience. And it got approved by the governing body that was approving it. So I think it worked. So I use AI for that. I use AI to compare documents, drawings, look for discrepancies. Still coming up with new ways to use AI. But AI in artwork, I don't know. I don't know. How do you guys feel about it? I don't think I've bought any AI artwork. I may have, but I don't think I have. You know, for diamond painting. Yeah, how do you guys think of AI? Is that something that you worry about? Like, I find it nice that, you know, you can just ask certain things of AI, and it, you know, like, it takes a lot of steps out of some things. Like, definitely writing that narrative I had to write, it took a lot of steps out of that. It took some back and forth with AI to get them to, like, you know, get the style of writing right, and get the number of words right, and make sure that it had all the years worth of data. And it took me about 30 minutes, I guess, with AI. I wonder how long it would have taken without. I watched or listened to a podcast about how AI doesn't use as much of our brain as doing it yourself. Which, that's true, but I think that's the point in the office, is to not have to use so much of your brain for that one task. You can use it for other things. And especially if it's tasks nobody wants to do. You know, like, you know, maybe it can learn from, maybe it can learn from us and we can learn from it. I don't know. I think there's a time and a place for AI. And like one time I used it, I needed to know how to do a specific calculation. And I put into, this was just Google's AI, what's it called? And I just put in that I needed to do a calculation to determine, and I forget what it was, but it was like the heat load of something, like the max temperature in the space or something like that. And I used AI, and I think it was pretty accurate. It gave me a step-by-step on how to do it. Now, do I worry about kids using AI to do their homework and stuff and them not using their brains? Yes. I do think that could be a problem. If you're not learning, like when I'm using AI, I'm checking it, like from stuff I know from my knowledge base, you know, like I'm back checking it. I'm making sure my inputs are correct so that it gets out something accurate. But if you haven't learned the basics and you haven't learned like the engineering behind it, you know, how are you going to be able to popping drills? It's not fun. These drills are tight. These drills are very tight. But like, you know, you still need the schooling and we still need engineers. We still need licensed engineers who can back check the, you know, outputs and the inputs, you know, and make sure that, because AI gets stuff wrong. Like it just flat out gets stuff wrong. Or it simplifies things where things shouldn't have been simplified. Like, oh gosh, I'm having drills pop everywhere. This is not fun. I usually don't remember having so much trouble with this kit. But I'm having drills pop everywhere. Golly. I mean, they fit tight together, but I don't remember them popping like this. Yeah, I don't remember them popping like this. That. They're just all popping off. I don't know what to do. Well, so you see me struggle a little bit with this is because I've got popping drills. I think some of it is that I'm not necessarily placing them perfectly straight each time. And they're dark, so it's harder to see whether you're playing, you know, whether you're placing them perfectly straight. But if you don't place them perfectly straight, they're more likely to pop because they're at an angle. Well, Let's see, what am I watching? I am watching, so AI, I don't know, let me know your thoughts on AI. The jury's still out for me, especially on AI artwork. But things I'm watching, college football, YouTube, lots of YouTube. I spend a lot of time on YouTube. I have a lot of creators I enjoy. YouTube's probably what I watch the most of. I'm watching Dancing with the Stars. I like Robert Irwin, but he's not doing as well as he did the first few episodes now. But hopefully he catches up. And I like Jordan Childs, the gymnast. And I like the guy from Pentatonics. What's his name? Scott something. Some of the Mormon housewife girls. Secret Lives of Mormon Housewives or whatever. Some of them are pretty good. Last week they were celebrating Disney. It was Disney week, and they were celebrating Disneyland's 70th birthday. So that was fun. But it's fun to watch. I like it. And then, I'm still kind of watching that show, The Doc. I think I like it. And then I'm reading The Dark Mirror still. And I finally went and got it on Audible. So, I'm going to try to go back and forth between Audible and Kindle, although I've had trouble with that in the past. Part of me really wants to physically read it, and part of me wants it on Audible so that I can read it, in quotes, when I'm doing other things like walking and diamond painting and stuff like that. So, trying to figure that out. But yeah, we'll have to see if I can transfer back and forth between the Kindle and the Audible. I haven't in the past. And I need to start using the Libby app. But I had some Audible credits, so that I already paid for. So I just use those. But eventually I will run out of Audible credits, and I'll use the Libby app. Because Audible books are pretty expensive. But, haven't really been listening to anything. I like 80s, 90s, 2010s and now, or whatever, 80s, 90s and now kind of stations on TuneIn and Spotify and things like that. So that's what I listen to. And I've kind of enjoyed a little bit of silence. For whatever reason, maybe just because my brain's going 90 miles a minute. I've enjoyed diamond painting in silence a little bit this week. So that's kind of new. But yeah, I think that's all I have for you. Sorry I didn't get further along on this. Usually I can get through one of these in an hour, but I'm struggling with the placement a little bit to keep these from popping. So I haven't been able to get it done in an hour. But that's all I got. Be sure to like and subscribe. And if you've made it to the end of the video, why don't you leave a music emoji for my concert that's next week. And all the rehearsals I'm doing this upcoming week. So it can be any kind of music, an instrument, music notes, any kind of music emoji. And that's all I got. I will see you next time. Bye.